Nothing new. Okay. What is a loop 4? Well, we've confirmed that there's no loop 4. We now know. It ends at loop 3. What was your funny idea? I see. Well, at that point, like, doing the previous room all over is not even that bad. So I've, like, studied up. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna go for like too long today, but I do wanna do some attempts at this. Good start. Thank you, everyone. So I have seen Loop 3, and for the record, I have made J maps for it. I know what happens. I can tell you with certainty that any loop 3 can be the clear. However, not every loop 3 will be the clear. If you agreed, I should have dropped down to the bottom there when I saw what happened. God, what a twisted outcome. Oops. Well, don't want to be dying to that shit. Yeah, you want to die to the actually challenging gems, not the free ones. Fortunately, you don't always get what you want with this save. Especially when it comes to that jump. That jump especially doesn't give you what you want. So I took my practice like the next level with this. In particular, like I practiced a lot of Loop 2. It's basically like the only thing I practiced. I did like some runs of Loop 3. But primarily it was Loop 2 practice. And I managed to get to a point where it's like I've showed you guys the 4 J maps that I have for Loop 2. I have cleared all of those individually 4 times in a row. Which sounds great, you know, that's awesome consistency. You can surely beat them like every time. Unfortunately, there's so many dumb random jumps that you can just die to that like being able to do it 4 times in a row honestly doesn't even mean much for your overall consistency. But it is a nice sign. It's sort of funny seeing how like there was a lot of like competition, or not really competition, I don't think it was that competitive, but like there was a lot of people going for 100%, right? And they have basically all dropped out because of save. Mushcat has beaten the save with the cheese, but like that doesn't count. It's like not even remotely comparable accomplishments. Like that is less. That isn't even as hard as like Screen 3, for example. Things are good luck. So yeah. Basically, no one really wants to grind for the save to beat it like legitimately, except for me. At least out of people who've actually reached it, because Flame doesn't want to do it, Mushka doesn't want to do it, Bayashi doesn't want to do it. Yeah, it's not looking too hot. Slendy still wants to do it, but he hasn't gotten past Tomo yet. Well, Tomo is hard. It's definitely not the biggest barrier. I'm very curious how Oko will go for him. Dude, really? What a rare mistake. I just want to practice Loop 2 for a bit because I haven't even gotten past Section 1 of Loop 2. This is why I say, like, even though I beat, like, each section 4 times in a row, it ultimately doesn't matter a lot for my actual attempts. Like, it's good practice to prove that consistency can come, but you just die so many times just to random one-off things that it's, like, it's really impossible to, like, develop, like, real consistency on Loop 2. I think most people don't want to ever do this, because this is so much. Well, I do think Needle is generally easier than Avoid. Dude, okay, I'm practicing. Because, like, this is ridiculous. I'm tired of not getting... I mean, that wasn't even Loop 2, that was Loop 1, but still. That's, like, the most annoying death on Loop 1. Because in theory, it should never happen, but yeah. I think while Needle is easier than Avoidance generally, I think people are more scared of Needle because it's just, like, it's more rigid, I guess. Like, at least with a hard boss, you could hypothetically find, like, you could, like, make the cope argument of, like, oh, you know, I can just get free RNG and then I'll clear easily. Which, you know, isn't really a thing on any boss, because that's not really how RNG works. But, you know, hypothetically, you could get, like, a pretty easy clear of a boss if you just get free RNG on the attacks you struggle with. Needle, you can't really get that kind of thing with Needle. If you can't develop consistency on something in a Needle save, you know, you're not going to luck past it. Ew, perfect. I definitely think avoidances are harder. Don't get me wrong. And I also think avoidance has been pushed further than Needle. I think the hardest Needle things are easier than the hardest avoidance things. is 9 out of 9 extra bosses, including all the divas. We can prove this because Mir has done 5 out of 5 guest areas now, and she does not have access to that shit because she only has 2 out of 4 bosses done. So it's definitely 9 out of 9 divas. Or 9 out of 9 bosses. Yeah, I guess I just compiled them all into one laser, because, yeah, there's only the one laser blocking it. Do that in attempts. Well, she's already beaten Doc Kid, she's just re-clearing it because of the new version. Which is something I want to do as well. After I'm done with this, I want to go back and re-clear Doc Kid in blue, so that way I can have the clears of them for real. Because technically my clears of them are invalid. Because they were on old versions. Not that anyone used that logic when it matters, because nobody did use that logic for fucking New A, even though it's literally true. Capture? Whoops, you're right. Anything. Nobody used that logic for New A, but I will use it for Blue and Doc Kid because I think it's still fair. Should be 1.0 piano. See, I think it only works for the most recent version, though. That's my thing. However, I probably should beat it at some point, right? Gotta beat the 0.995 piano. The truest form. For sure. Oh my god. It'd be sort of fun to play on a super old version of Kamilia 3, just to see how different it is. I mean, I've played on old versions before. Like, I played on whatever version was the one when I was a kid, or when I was a younger kid, because I was on 1.5 when I was 13. I don't know what was the most recent version when I was 11, though. Like, I guess it would be 1.3, right? Because I was... what year was I 11 in? 2016. I don't know if I'm going to go for very long at all today, because it seems like I'm having an off day. I haven't even gotten one attempt past the first segment of Drop 2, or Loop 2, and it's been almost 15 minutes. That is really, really bad. So I might just, like, call it early today, because it seems like I'm just having an off day. Can't seem to get anywhere. Maybe a slow start. I guess I could keep going, but still. It's just a little frustrating to me. I don't like playing when I'm just constantly making dumb mistakes and not getting any consistency. It's not nearly as fun for me. Hey, Tara. I'm fine. Aw, that's dumb. Well, it's technically past section 1, but still, not exactly what you want to see, is dying to the Rookato ledge trying to jump off of it. But hey, not a bad attempt. It mostly just sucks because it's so hard to get anything going with these attempts. Like, it's just like so inconsistent, man. And then loop 3 is like, man. The crazy thing is that loop 3, what? I pushed 2 buttons in the same frame though. Even if I've messed that up by 1 frame, I was still halfway across the block. How did I hit the spike? Whatever. Like loop 3 is like, there's nothing really that hard in loop 3. All the jumps on their own are very consistent and doable. However, having to do all of them in a row on a timer without making a single mistake when it can potentially take you hours to get there once is not exactly a recipe for an easy save. It's funny when you get loop 1s that fall off at the start. Well, at the start, but you know, in the middle, missing that one jump. Okay, well that's pretty nice. Oh, I got the weird cancel. Damn, that's always a rough mistake. I actually don't even know what causes that. Sometimes you get a 1 frame of numpad there, but there's like a set of inputs you can do which gives you a really low cancel, and if you don't react to it, you just die. It's a really unfortunate way to die, and it happens pretty commonly, but it's not that common. Still, it sucks when it happens. Good run though. I think it's generally just like not exaggerating the movement enough. Like, yeah, you want to do it like that. Is it like, what causes it? I honestly don't even know. It's like mostly consistent though, and then that jump is a nightmare. This thing is really inconsistent. This jump's also a nightmare, considering the context it's in. This whole section's just a nightmare. I'm just gonna be real. Me and my homies hate this section. Okay, I might as well give you guys the rundown through loop 3, right? Because you guys have seen the Mushcat video probably. You probably know what happens already. No harm, no foul. So, here's what loop 3 looks like. I will show you. Nope. Hey, Plasma. That. Do you have a new PB? Yes, the PB dies to the 3rd loop. Did you do 16 pixel there? I'm pretty sure you have to. Like, I've looked around at this section. It's like weird because like it looks like you can maybe get away with not doing it, right? But I don't think you can. I mean, unless you want to do this, which is not even possible remotely. This is not makeable. How many times get it now? 1. Loop 3, 1. I think he just did the 16 pixel. That jump is kind of nasty. Gotta do this and then that. No, we know what happens because someone sent a video of them beating it with the cheese. So this is actually just what happens. Yeah, I ended up looking at it. Oh my god. So I just make the J maps. So this is like all pretty rough. Fall down there. This is like the scariest jump right here. Not this, but this thing. That is unbelievably easy to mess up. And then that, go down there. There is no fourth flip, that's absolutely confirmed. Because the cheese, there's no real surprises anymore on this thing. Everyone knows what happens. I really am kind of upset about the cheese, but whatever. I really hope Kamilia ends up patching it. So this is like the easy part. And then this ending. This ending is messed up. Then you get here, and like you're mostly home free, sort of. You still have that jump and that jump. But the main issue, so at this point, these spikes don't exist. They don't exist. All you see is the warp, and you're one jump away. When you land here, that's when they show up. And that's the last jump. So yeah, you could do it for cancel, but I'm not that good at canceling, so just gonna do it raw. Oh my god, man, this save has really got me speechless. I mean, yeah, it's the signature, bro. It is fucking raw. It's not even attached to blocks. It is a raw Rokuto jump. There is nothing else. It is just a raw upside down Rokuto jump. The most Rokuto thing you could ever make in a save. And it's on a trigger. Like Rokuto must have known the save doesn't feel that much like his other work. So he's like, I have to embody my entire career in one jump. And he went with the trigger upside down Rokuto jump. Yuck! So to say the least, the save is overwhelming. I ended up showing the save to Gaffro. I thought that'd be fun. And he said it looks like it's top 10 in the Needle Hall of Fame. Which I think is an interesting thing. Like, it's kind of insane. Absolutely not Rokuto. Rokuto is like pretty well known to not be good enough to playtest his own games. I think he once streamed Nang and he was like struggling with like the early parts of Nang, so he did not beat this. Ao is a different story. I could see Ao having beaten it, but still, it would be pretty nuts. You watch that Nang playthrough live. Yeah, despite being the goat of making Needle, Rokuto unfortunately cannot play his own Needle. He guides other to a treasure he can never possess. Hi, Bolt. Man, you know the loop 3 was devastating when I got hit with the fucking I'm sorry when I did it, when I saw the loop 3. It's not a Rokuto drop, by the way. It's a Rokuto ledge. Not a ledge. It's a Rokuto jump. Rokuto ledge is the sideways spike thing, which is also Rokuto ledges in the save, but it's a Rokuto jump, not a drop. Enjoy collapsing. Hello, duck. Nine frame, because if you're 10 frame, it's all over. An FSR grind? Woo! Hype. Enjoy it. I'm a big FSR enjoyer. I might be the biggest FSR enjoyer. We have seen the rest of the room. Someone beat it with a massive cheese, so yeah. I ended up watching the video out of curiosity, and then I figured at that point, it's like, well, fuck it, I've watched it, you know, I already know the jumps. Might as well make the J maps. So I did. What did I even die to in that attempt? I actually don't remember. It's loop 2 skip, which is about as massive a cheese as it gets because you have now skipped the hard part. You've just made the save the 2 easy parts. And it's still pretty hard even like that, but, you know. You don't have to do any of the frame perfects except for one. You don't have to do any of the dumb bullshit. You just get a happy fun time up a tower, up and down a tower. Yeah, no, I can't overstate the degree to which the cheese is massive. Getting past loop 1, about 5 minutes. Getting past loop 2, 8 hours. This is the level of cheese that we're talking about. Easy episode being 80 diff. Dude. Like, even if you, like, nerf it to the ground, it's still a 3-minute save. So it's still probably gonna trip people up, even in that fucking version. Which is kinda crazy to think about. Unless you just cut out loop 2. Might be 2 saves. I mean, you could pretty easily just put a save right before loop 2, then boom. Don't have to worry about any trigger shit. TBH, I kinda think that would be cool, like if it was 2 saves, but that's unfortunately not the world we live in. As is, it's the most insane save in the fucking universe. But yeah, the difference that cheese makes in the difficulty of 100% in K3 is massive. Like, the needle goes from, like, mid-90s to, like, high 80s difficulty. Yeah, that's what I'm... yeah, I know. Well, no. Dude, my consistency with even getting to drop 2 or loop 2 is kind of dog shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like can't get far. I mean, I got that one attempt, which is pretty good, but we're not doing the cheese. And the reason we're not doing it is because Kamilia has been informed of it, and even if I did do it, it's too big of a cheese for me to be comfortable with. It is genuinely massive. It cuts the needle difficulty in the game by a significant margin. It makes the game significantly easier to 100% because it's an entire skill set you don't need to be as good at anymore. As far as I'm concerned, the screen 4 cheese like is not just like, oh, you skipped a save. It's like, oh, that doesn't count as 2.0 100% in my eyes. Like that is like the level of that's like the level it's on. If you don't care about needle, fair enough, but like, you know, don't go waving around like you 100% 2.0 when, you know, you skipped like the hardest thing added in the update. That's just stupid. Thank you, CYM. It was very hard. I don't know what it was when like I was like getting good at loop 2 and like reaching like the end of it very reliably yesterday. I don't know what was like in my genes that made it so simple. I don't know why I did that. I should have back. Yeah, the trigger's just a bit too deep, I think, for that now. Like, it is pretty far out. Oh, why'd I stutter? I should have known, dude. Why did I stutter? Oh my god. That was so careless, man. Well, it wasn't even... I know why I stuttered. It's because I hit the frame, but I thought I jumped one frame later, so I was like, okay, I should stutter to be safe, but it was like the position where stuttering was like really bad. 5 volt. Don't know what you're referring to, Duck. I would assume that's been tested now because of the fact that, I still don't know what you're referring to. Like, I don't know what skip that would be. Yeah. The fact that Nameless and Framzo both were, like, messing around with it and did find, like, the landing by the half diamond, but I would assume that they would have tested jumping back as well to make sure that doesn't work. Dude, that's so dumb. I jumped like for 4 frames. It's picture, by the way. But even then, I know what screen you're talking about, but I don't know what screen. You didn't know? Okay. I don't know if loop 3 is hard in loop 1 or not. They're pretty similar. Let's see, I think it is like a little bit harder though. It's got more awkward shit. Got the Brokato jump at the end. I would encourage you to make sure, just that way, if Kamilia does patch it, it's fully patched and there's like no potential loopholes. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work though, because look at that. That thing is really far away, but I could be wrong. Yikes. No! That was so stupid. First of all, why did I not go back? Why did I not go back? Because that was an 8 frame, not a 9 frame. Second of all, why did I jump that early? Third of all, why did I stand there? Why did I do any of that, man? That was such a throw. Oh my god. Oh, dude. What a throw, man. That could have actually had potential, but... Dude. Oh my god, man. How could you do that? Also, wasn't too bad in the same frame, but it still worked. Yuck. How could that happen to me, dude? It is, it is. Every jump in loop 2 is scary. They're all hard. Eating code thing is funny. Okay, 2 attempts to segment 4 of the J map is like pretty good. I guess I'll actually will do the full like 2 hours or more because yeah, I'm starting to pick up steam. It was sort of funny because, like, I was only going for 3 X's on every segment. Like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to hit every segment 3 times in a row. And then I ended up hitting segment 1 4 times in a row. And then I was like, okay, jeez. And then I ended up getting also segment 4. Or I got segment 3 4 times in a row. I'm like, okay, that's pretty fucking good. And then I also got segment 4 after struggling to get 3 times in a row. So I was like, okay, well, if I got all of them, including by far the hardest one, which is 4, I might as well go for 2. So I ended up going for 2 and did it 4 times in a row. And that was nice, because segment 2 is actually one of the hardest ones. It has some of the most diabolical jumps. Oh, I can't be low. Too low by like a frame, too. See, the nice thing about that setup is that it gives you 2 frames to double jump. The bad thing about that setup is that the jump height you need to get is actually dependent on what frame you got, so it's actually pretty fucking hard to react to. That's why that jump is a bitch, and it's really hard to do consistently. It's maybe my least favorite jump on the whole save. My least favorite jump used to be the first one of Loop 2, but then Kiyoshi to the rescue. Made things much better in that department. Man. You know what's crazy is, like, Merg was much better at bosses than Needle. Like, he thought that, like, the secret items were harder than, like, Shine and Bright and that stuff. And, like, could you imagine a reality where he gets this far? And, like, this is the obstacle? I'm just thinking about that randomly. Yeah, as long as a banger. Nice. I love 10 framing there. It's totally not the most annoying thing in the world. So yeah, like, development in the save, by the way, not really development in the save, but just like news regarding it. It seems like it is very unpopular, which is quite unfortunate. It makes me a little sad that, like, the thing this is kinda gonna go down as is like, hey, look, it's more dog shit K3 Needle, except this one's especially dog shit. Seems like Rikuto just can't catch a break when he makes something really hard. Oh my god. Rikuto is one of my favorite makers. I do not think this stage is his best work, I will say that much. But also, that's fair. I don't think it's his worst work. The worst Rikuto stuff that I've played is SSR1, and I like SSR1, but not that much. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. SSR1 has a lot of problems that a lot of other Rikuto games don't. Most notably, the traps are a lot worse than his other games. In general, I think as his games went on, his traps got much better, but in SSR1, they're pretty fucking bad. It's the only Rikuto game where I think the traps genuinely took away from the experience in some moments. Which is, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's a good one. I love this start too. Some of my favorite Brickito. What, dude? I didn't push 2 buttons in the same frame? That's what you're trying to tell me there? I didn't push 2 buttons in the same frame, so I deserve to die instantly. Alright, buddy, I see how it is. I even got the worst outcome of fucking pressing left before jump, because that kills you, whereas jump before left doesn't kill you. Man. Ugh. See, I'm really scared of that one happening on loop 3, because loop 3 does have a push 2 buttons on the same frame moment. And that's intimidating. That is not what you want to see. Confirmed loop 3? It's literally on... Is the text on my screen not visible? It says loop 3, 1. There are now 2 people who have, like, come in here wondering, like, about my loop 3 status. That's fine, don't worry about it. I just find it funny how people just, like, I made the text bigger. Sorry if I'm being rude, by the way, I don't mean to. I just think it's funny. I think at some point I'll just have a breakthrough, and I'll start getting loop 3s. I feel like I don't need that many loop 3s to clear, though. Like, I feel like assuming, like, average luck, right? Average luck as in, like, cosmological luck. As in, like, the concept of being lucky, nothing related to any RNG. Okay, buddy. I think I will need, like, 10. 10 to loop 3, sounds right. I think given 10 attempts, I could probably hit it somewhat reliably. Dude, why? What was that fucking, like, edging that whole time? I couldn't get the fucking 16 pixel, and then I died because I moved 2 frames at a 1. Like, bro. Yeah, no worries, I do the same sometimes. It's always so silly. But calling a British snark is rudeness. It's the real American, you know? We used to be British. Before that George Washington shit. Yeah, what a thing to call it. That George Washington shit. Yeah. Man, diagonals hate me. The fear, of course, is that it takes more than 10 drop 3s, or loop 3s to get it. Like, that is definitely the scary thing. Because, like, getting a loop 3 is not easy. You can very clearly see that watching this. And I've only gotten 1 ever, although I have had 3 attempts that had a really good chance and died. Could you imagine if I got it on my first attempt at the last jump? Because then that would have been the last attempt before Fan Game Awards started, and it would have been like Loop 3's existence was going to be the thing that prevented me from having to rush the 100% stuff Before Fan Game Awards existed. Well, I've mentioned a lot of adventure games, but if you're referring to GBC 100%, currently I'm still pretty sure that this is easier than that. However, considering bosses, it overall takes more skill to beat this than it does to beat GBC. GBC is cool. Sick death, by the way. Adventure games are lovely. It's my favorite genre as well. Adventure is awesome. YouTube is telling you you're offline. Damn, that's rough. Apologies for your internet going out. Congratulations on finding the method for logging into Twitch with no internet access. And good on you for listening to Miss YouTube. Broke something again. Okay, this is why you're the playtester. Aw, my fucking bug report to Twitch. Isn't that actually a thing you can do? I feel like that is a thing you can do. Imagine most websites have that feature. Well, not most websites, but you know. Most websites that you would put in the same category as Twitch. Bro. The attempts aren't even bad. We're just struggling to get far. It sucks that the definition of far has been changed so drastically, but it is what it is. Yeah, because now all these attempts that were like 90% of the way are only like 60% of the way. Not even, they're like 55% of the way. Somehow even less than that. Yeah. Nope. I actually caught on that that was not the right frame. And you can teach an old dog new tricks. Bitch. Dude, it's like you see it instantly. You genuinely see it instantly that was not the right frame. But it's like... like, God. It's just a little bit too much to react to. It sucks because if you could react to it on that jump, it would actually be awesome. But, alas, that jump is evil. I will say, by the way, out of all the possibilities for the gravity situation, the second loop, I didn't expect, like, you do it upside down, then you do it right side up, and then you do it upside down again. Dark jump. I mean, this is kind of Dark Needle, like, the background is pure black, minus some gray lines coming across it. The spikes, the blocks have a little bit of black in them. Didn't correctly see which wall I was next to. Yeah, the third flip was a shocker to me too. It's like, oh wow, okay. I thought we were gonna go down the whole thing normally. Hey, Lemon. Alright, what is the confusion here? What are we confused about? If it's the loop 3 thing, yes, when you reach the top of the tower the second time, you are not done. There is more. You must climb down the tower. With a time limit. Then you're up again? Nah, that's not, nah. It's Jover after that. No, mine's 0 framed. Roller coaster. Oh, third flip. There's a third gravity flip. So you flip, when you pass loop 2, you flip gravity, then there's a regular flipper to make you normal again on loop 3, and then at the end of loop 3 there's another one. I can give the tour down loop 3 again. I might as well. I kinda want to practice this anyways. So here's loop 3, real quick. So here, gate, up here, the most stressful 16 pixel of all time. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so up here, go up here, do this. This is what I call the most stressful diagonal of all time. Here is the most stressful, like, fucking that thing of all time. Another stressful 16 pixel. That's the first part. So then you drop down here. Let's loop 2 skip. You can land on the side of the double diamond, or the half diamond. Skips all of loop 2. Here's the worst jump ever. Okay, first of all, let's do some V-line testing. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Whoops, I didn't mean to set the FPS to that. I'm not gonna lie, I think when Mushkat was saying that this is V-line dependent, I'm pretty sure bro was actually trolling. Because I'm pretty sure this works with literally every V-line, if you 4-frame it. So yeah, bro was trolling. Yeah, so I got a 3-frame or 4-frame. Go on that, land there, you can hold right there. Then you end up here with 4-7. And then another scary 16 pixel. A scary diagonal. This fucking bitch. Do this. Do that jump, which is kind of sketchy. That thing. Kind of tight. And now really stressful ending stuff. Actually, I'll just switch to the next map. So here's the ending. So, 1 frame encouraged. 1 frame encouraged. Scary jump, especially upside down. Super scary jump. Super duper scary jump. And then, at this point, you do not see these spikes. They don't exist until you get here. And then the Rokuto jump shows its face. Then you see it. Just gotta not choke. Don't choke! Yeah. Yeah, the upside down Rokuto jump. This keyboard cannot consistently cancel, so we will be doing this the old-fashioned way. And we will be dying to it the old-fashioned way. Let me try that. I meant to bike more anyways. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. For some reason I thought you couldn't make it over that. Oh, because I was thinking about doing that jump. That's what I mixed it up for. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. Just 2 full jumps. Make it easy. It's not even that much slower. You should have more than enough time. Yeah, the fact it turned out to be true is awesome. Like, you can barely even overshoot this. Yeah. I mean, there is definitely a range where you can overshoot this, but, like, it's, like, pretty rare. Yeah. It's like, if I messed this up, I would have also messed up the 16 pixels, my perspective. Like, it's just the same inputs generally, but less tight all around. That's how I'm feeling. That's system practice. So yeah. So in conclusion, Rokuto is rude. You know, the upside down acid climb is not what you want to see, but it is what it is. We'll make do. We'll clear anyways. It'll probably take like 20 hours, which is longer than I've ever spent on a needle save before, which is honestly kind of privileged that I could even say that 20 hours is more than I've ever spent on a needle save, because some people spend really long time on needle saves. And when I was 13, my longest grind was Guy Tower Crystal, which only took me 17 hours. So in conclusion, this shit taking a while, bro. Yeah. It did cross 12 hours just now. Well, not just now. I'm currently at 12 hours and 15 minutes. Actually, more like 12 hours and 20 minutes. Well, no, it's like 15 minutes because I spent like 5 minutes idling on the beginning of the stream. So since coming back to fan games, my longest needle grind is tied for DM2 White Shadow Extra, save 1, and Close the World Extra, both of which took 14 hours. So 2 more hours of this, less than 2 more hours of this, and this will be my longest needle grind. I think I spent a really long time on that one save in Kamilia 2 Warped. The 7 Trials energy. I was gonna say Crystal, let it have it. Also, you know, Char. I don't know how long those took you. I've only seen your VODs very briefly, where I saw you get dunked on by Popular, which is awesome. dunked on as in entering the stage and dying instantly. It is very funny. Thank you. It's not the same frame. I got added recently. I'm guessing about Unhoff. Yeah, that is pretty funny. That should be fine, yeah. Whoa, buddy. Okay. 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 Okay, number 2. Okay. Nice, bitch. Go fuck yourself. Nice. Classic. Can't be mad about that, Devins. I knew it was gonna happen eventually where I died to the gate jump, dude. I just didn't think it would happen so soon. I thought that was like 7th drop 3, or 7th loop 3 death, not 2nd. Clip worthy. I tried. Man, that's unfortunate. Whatever. No big deal. I'm just happy I got back there. That's honestly the biggest thing I'm happy about. I'm trying to get a watch. Yes, there's a descending ceiling. Man, that would have been nice to actually see where that attempt could have been, but... Man! Alright, whatever. I felt it in my bones too. I'm like, I don't have the gate jump muscle memory right now. Because think about all the jump heights I'm going for in the save. 7 frames, 8 frames, even a 9 frame on one point, 3 frames. You know what none of those are? 4 frames and 5 frames. The only, like, 4 frame that I'm explicitly fishing for is the one that's used, to set up your V-align before the last jump. That is the only time where I'm looking for a 4 or 5 frame, because both set up the V-align. So, and I guess there as well. So, yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. Breakout I went at 192. Yeah, it would help. Honestly, I'm just happy I got back there, even if the death really sucked. You know, we get it over with, you know? That's the first... look, think about it this way. That was our first real attempt at Loop 3. So when you think about it, that was a PB. So I just had the PB nerves, because the first attempt was dead before it started. So when you think about it, that was a PB. So how could I be mad at a PB, even if it died to something stupid? God. I'm silly. Hey, Wolsk. Yes, we know exactly what's going to happen on Loop 3. Absolutely everything. Yeah, I got them off of the ceiling. I forgot! I'm like, wait a second, that's not correct. I'm not on Loop 2. What's going on here? Why can't I just jump to the left? Hey, technically you can't just jump to the left. Nope, I didn't react in time. I actually didn't read chat when I died like that. Bro, she's so talented. God, I didn't even see you, Wolsk. Hi, Wolsk. It's crazy to think that Rikuto beat this whole thing. Yeah, he did. Yeah, me neither. I've said this before, by the way, but I do have an estimate for how hard I think this is. On my difficulty scale, I think I would probably give this save a 94, which for scale DM2 100% is 92, Close the World Extra is 95. And I think that's probably going to end up how hard I'm going to rate the save in difficulty. Hold it back too much. Well, actually, I got 10 minutes. It took me 14 hours. Yeah, it's like this save is impressively asshole-ish. Partially because it doesn't even show all its cards on the table. Like, you could say a save like JGBC, or, you know, Close the World Extra, or, you know, I guess a fucking Abyss of Darkness, whatever. FTFA Deathless, all of those, like, they show you their cards. You know exactly what you're getting into. This is like, it is a sneaky bitch. Like, it hides a lot from you. It's like ATK2, but the reveals are even more gut-wrenching. Because of how asshole-ish there are. Genuinely, like, the save's dying breath. The save's dying breath is to show you that the last jump is frame perfect. Like, not only is there a last jump that exists that you didn't know about, but it's also frame perfect. Yes, loop 3 is a thing. You have to climb this tower 3 times. Are frame perfect? I'm pretty sure they are. If you jump on... Okay, well, if you cancel, it's frame perfect because it's canceling. If you do, like, the drop strat, then that's frame perfect. If you jump a frame early, then the jump height to not die is also frame perfect. How hard is this thing? A little easier than Close the World Extra. I mean, I wasn't like, I was pretty shaken. I wasn't ready, admittedly. Oh my god. It's not, we already know, because someone's beaten it with the massive cheese. So we know exactly what's coming now. There are no more surprises. With a cheese which neuters the difficulty, it makes it not even close to as hard. The cheese has been sent to Kamilia, and it'll hopefully get patched. I really do hope it gets patched. Because I do not want 100% of 2.0 to be in this weird limbo state, where you can just make it way easier by doing a simple jump. Who found it? So it was found by Nameless and Framzo, technically, but they didn't publish it because they didn't want it to be public, and then Mooshcat posted it publicly, so... Oh my god, bro, stop moving my 3 frames, man. Please, just 1 or 2 frames. Yeah, the cheese is lame. It's like such a severe cheese that I would like make the argument that like if you use the cheese on the save, then I don't think your 2.0 100% clear should really count. It would be like saying, oh, I should be on the Avoidance Hall of Fame for being a stock kid when you are in G seated. Like it's that like that is the severity we're talking here. It's like, yes, it's an oversight in the game. Yes, it does in fact make the game easier, but considering that nobody counts those clears of EX stock kid and the such, which cheat them, I don't think this should count either. Now it is a bit of a weird case because there were cheeses before, but those cheeses are patched now. And also, the cheeses that existed never were like, you can skip one of the hardest things in the game. Like, to give you an idea, the cheese is on a similar level to if there was a safe spot for the entire second half of Extra Emperor. Like, that is like the degree that we're talking to, where it's like, it's not even the same accomplishment anymore. We have gone all the way from like the adults table to the kids table. Hi, I'll catch thanks so much for coming back. Oh my god. How high would this be on Needle Hall of Fame? Like top 15. Yeah, it is pretty unfortunate. I don't know, like, a Needle Hall of Fame, like, game per game. I don't know that for any Hall of Fame. Randy. Seems like good luck. You don't stand a ghost of a chance. If you can get out of here, you deserve a ghoul medal. You know, I'm not really sure why I said that, by the way. This is just in my head. I'm just thinking about random Mario 64 dialogue. Which is a very normal thing to think about, I swear. Dude, how do you even make that mistake, man? I literally pressed left before jumping, bro. But I knew that I was in the very center of the diagonal. But it's like I can't get my brain to, like, stop my hands from doing the inputs. You really just do it fluidly without stopping. That feels a lot more natural, but the issue with stuttering makes it really awkward. So I get scared. Having fun at least? I would say so. However, this screen will not be fun for a lot of people, because this screen begins with 1 minute of Easy Needle. So it's like, if you can stomach doing an entire minute of easy platforming just to get one attempt at the hard stuff, and then 2 minutes into an attempt have to do a timed acid chase segment that is extremely easy to die to, with a punishment for every single death being redoing that minute of platforming, then yeah, the save is pretty fun. And as someone who can stomach that because I've played the most boring Mario 64 stars of all fucking time with 20-minute intros where you do nothing but play with your dick for an hour, yeah, it's not that bad. However, I don't think many people will enjoy this. Yeah, I am, Duck. So true, bestie. Move by 1 frame! You're awesome, dude. You're so awesome. I need to start reacting that more. Where you do a thing for an hour. Dilate time. They kind of do. When you play a boring intro, you, like, time goes by so slowly. It's very dreadful. Yeah, they should have added that, but only to the first loop to make it, like, more spicy, you know? Would have been funny. I should just, like, when I get to, like, the second half there, I should do, like, a Ryan Lockwood impression and, like, commentate the run as if I'm, like, him watching his Streets 112. I think that would go hard. Like, on loop 3, that is. It's, like, technically a speedrun, right? I got nominated for Speedrunner of the Year, so I was born for Loop 3. Fortunately, I wasn't nominated for Needle Player of the Year. That'd be pretty impressive if I did, though. See that fucking line I take? I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Look at the fucking pace. Straight in the fucking head. I love that video so much. Dude, can you imagine if M Stage was like this? Could you imagine playing your wholesome Kamilia 3 and you see this fucking save? Like, me and Mark Rutsu. I think the analogy, or not the analogy, but the comparison I gave for the save is that I skipped loop 2. I am a legend. The first loop of this is pretty easy, and it's about as long as Secret 5. So, you know, if you don't have the patience for Secret 5, this is a little bit better, I think. But also, I don't think you'll have the patience for this, because this is, like, similarly, like, you do nothing for a year and then get owned. It is rough out here in the streets of Extra M Stage. We're here reporting on the weather. Is Secret 5 considered hard still? Yeah, it's pretty hard. I mean, it's not like insane, but it is pretty fucking hard. Nice, that's really good. Great work. See, here's the thing, right? It's like, it's easy to get disillusioned to thinking that, like, hard things aren't hard, because there's so many instances of, like, some random, like, high-level player beating something super fast, or just saying, like, oh, you know, just seeing, like, how much things have been pushed recently, and going like, oh, you know, this must not be hard anymore. That's the first time I've died to that jump since the new strat. Yeah, this is like the next step. Like, let me create for you like a little artistic tier list, okay? So like we got like Secret 2 and Secret 4, those can be like, those are pretty tough, but like they're reasonable, you know? And then like above that, it's like you have, you know, like I can give you difficulty numbers that I use for comparison. I would say Secret 2, Secret 4, those are like low 70s, you know? Like they're pretty tough, not too bad though. Stage 5 Needle, you know, we got like low 70s, mid 70s. Betty and Rokuto are pretty tough, mostly Rokuto, but Betty Save 6 can definitely trip you up. When I was 13, Betty Save 6 actually gave me more issues than Rokuto Save 5, there's a funny story. But, you know, it's pretty rough, pretty tough, right? Then you have like, some of like the trickier crystals out there. Not like the hardest ones, but you know, you have your Tempest crystals, your Emperor 2 crystals, stuff along those lines. It's like pretty tricky, not too bad. Then you have like some of Extra Stage, which I would put at like low 80s. Not all of it. It's like low mid 80s on the higher end. It's pretty damn tough, but like it's achievable. You know, it's not unreasonable. There's a lot of really precise inputs, lots of really scary jumps, but it pretty much all gets consistent with enough time. Then you have like some of the hardest Needle in K3, particularly before 2.0. You have your Secret 5s, your Guide Tower Crystals, extra RZs, Starter Crystals, even including the update. If you want to, you can throw an EX Air Crystal in there. That's a pretty good goal. Those things I would say are like mid-80s, like 84, 85, 86, that kind of range. Then you have Extra M Stage. Extra M Stage is a significant step above any of the Needle that was available in any previous version of Kamilia 3. It's extremely precise, it's extremely inconsistent in areas, and it's extremely difficult. I would put Extra M Stage in the high 80s range, at 87, 88, 89, 89 being my difficulty rating for Screen 3 with the crystal. And if you manage to get past all that, you then have this screen, which is skipping all the way from that 89 difficulty rating that I gave the Screen 3 with the crystal, all the way to 94, mid-90s. So, to say this is a jump in difficulty would be an understatement. Like, K3 Needle is difficult, but like, this, to give you, like, to paint a picture, this save is taking me longer than Guide Tower Crystal took me when I hadn't played fan games in years. Like, coming back, just trying to see if I could still do Guide Tower Crystal is like trying to like see if I can like shake off any rust I might have. That took me less time than this is taking me when I'm currently in like my Needle prime. I have beaten 2 insanely hard Needle saves, I have a lot of hard Needle clears. I'm not the best Needle player by any means, but I'm pretty good. To the point where it's like, I think my skills are respectable. And this is giving me that much trouble. It definitely paints a picture. That's unfortunate. I have never agreed with this opinion. I know a lot of people have it, but I just have never vibed with it. I do not think Secret 4 entries are bad. But I give C Inside in difficulty 77. It's a little annoying, yeah. Okay, so like my consistency when I get deep in Loop 2 is like actually not that bad. The issue is that I'm struggling to get deep in Loop 2. Like it feels like almost all my attempts are dying very early. So true. Fuck it, I'll just practice. Bam, 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 bam. It's not 4-1, this is 4-2, 4-1. It's like all this is pretty basic, right? It's like I'm not really dying to that too much. This I've died to a weird amount of times. Part of it is that I can actually jump higher than I think I can here. Not even that I think I can, it's like I can jump higher. That jump's really scuffed. In Fluka boss or in Fluka area? Regardless, that's pretty far. Say forward boss, gotcha. It's unfortunate that oh wait, I'm not setting the first pixel. Like, why is it so hard? This screen 1 you can see is not looking tight. I'm not even gonna lie. This practice from here is the stuff that gives me trouble. If I had anything before, it's just like, yeah, that happens. But I feel like practicing it is not really gonna be very fruitful. DM1. I have a pretty low difficulty rating for DM1, but I also think I just find it easier than most people do. If you need help with EXADs, feel free to DM me, because I can give you some strats that I use to make it easier. I'm always happy to help out people and stuff like this. So yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Man. Fucking Rickato ledge, dude. Well, it is Ricato's screen. Guess it only makes sense that it has his jumps. Psychopath for him. Controller definitely makes Needle harder. Oh my god, stop 10 framing, dude. How many times are you gonna do that shit? I have 10 frame that jumps so many times today. It's the worst mistake you can make, it kills you instantly. Thank you. Died to the first jump, which if you remember is a gate jump. That was awesome. I really can't overstate how difficult the save is compared to the rest of K3's Needle. Yeah, me too. But it is what it is. I'm really just happy I got there, because the session is like quite the mixed bag. It's had like some good consistency, it's had some really bad consistency. It seems like in general I'm struggling to get past the beginning of Drop 2, or Loop 2. But when I do get past the beginning, the attempts are usually pretty decent today. All things considered. Just, you know, if you can't get those attempts, it doesn't really mean too much, but yeah. It's been fun showing people this save, at least. Showing people how insane it is, how ridiculous it is. And it's made me feel a lot better with the fact that, like... Or did I say Loop 1 is by itself? It's not that hard. It's like, it is a minute-long save, but it's probably like high 50s, 60, in that range. It's just very long for a save that easy. The save is really the sum of its parts, though. Okay, got up an A-frame, which is kind of rare. Bitch! Fuck you, suck my dick. It's such a tease, man. It's such a tease. Like... See, here's the crazy thing, right? Like, Loop 1 and Loop 3 in isolation are pretty fucking hard, but they're not that bad. Like, Loop 3 is probably like high 60s or something, I don't know. It's not terrible. It's hard. However, you put Loop 2 in the middle and now there's a pretty big issue. Yeah, pretty much. I do think this save is currently the second hardest thing in the game. The only thing that is harder than the save is good old EX Emperor. Everyone loves her. There's already one. Emperor is like another level of mean. EX Emperor is one of those bosses where you go through phases. It's like you start in the phase of like, so this is the hardest boss of Kamilia 3. What makes it so hard? Then you get into the practice phase, and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. I'm doing pretty well. Seems like it's pretty consistent. It does, Nier, significantly. How is New X Docket? Nobody knows. Mir's been playing it, though. I feel like it's harder. It takes more skill. Or more luck, if you want to be that guy. But it's obviously shorter, so you just get more attempts. So... whether or not it's easier or harder depends on how you evaluate the difficulty of an avoidance, which is highly subjective, and yeah. Mir's died the final twice, because, you know, can't skip it anymore. Oh my god, that's a rare one. Yes, I want to do EX Docket and Blue in 2.0. They buffed the shit out of Green Rain. Green Rain used to be like the weirdly easy attack that's like half as dense as the other ones, but now it's just straight up hard. It is like super buffed. And so is Blue Bursts. Apparently they made Blue Bursts ridiculous in this version. However, Leaks is unchanged, and I think Final is also unchanged, which makes sense as attacks are crazy. Even though the stutter is hella jank, by the way. Oh, bro, I need to start reacting to that, man. I like can't. I had like a period where like I could react to that, and like when I was hitting the wrong frames, But now I just like can't, dude. Like it's like I don't even realize I hit the wrong frame until I'm already like halfway through the jump. It's like, okay, well it's too late to react. Because I've already died. What was my time on Tokoroden? 15 hours, 45 minutes. What? Me when I don't pay attention and flabbergasted I died? Dude, what is with this first jump? Oh my god. Okay, to be honest, the first jump of the save is like actually pretty precise, but still. Oh. Ow could do it. Because he's really good at Needle. Zero, of course. Sin-kun. Well, Sin-kun maybe. I actually don't know about Sin-kun. I say that because, like, I don't know if he has the drive to go for Needle that hard. Nice death. But yeah, you know. Mimir Zero is definitely a list you can make. Ow is like probably on there. I saw Gaffro mention only as someone who could do it. It's like probably. Don't forget Zero. That would be a mistake. Well, Max has already said that he's not going to be touching 2.0 because they nerfed Conquer the Blow game. So, unfortunately it's not the same game anymore and he's not able to play it. With that being said, I honestly don't think Max would be able to do it. Because this save is a bit much. I feel like, considering the state of his retirement, I severely doubt he would be willing to put in the time to grind this. Like, there's just no fucking way. Like... It is so far beyond any Needle he's done. He has some pretty hard Needle clears, but notice I said pretty hard, not really hard. Like, Fly the Far Away is pretty fucking hard. Secret 5, pretty hard. K3 Extra, pretty hard. You know, stuff like that, pretty fucking hard. However, CN3 too, that's pretty fucking hard. However, none of those are Hall of Fame. How many hours on the screen? I went to. I've currently spent 13 hours. Give or take a few minutes. I haven't kept like rigid track, but I've kept a rough idea. Yeah, that makes it very mushy, yeah. Okay, High Winter. Oh my god, you 10 frame paused, bro. You got a 9 frame pause. It's not the same thing. Achieve sex too. That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you. Ah, I see. That's funny. Yeah, almost same. Blueberry Mochi was removed from the Hall of Fame. But yes, if you count all the things that were on there but removed, then yes, Citizens only need the Hall of Fame clear. I don't know why I'm talking like this, it's just because I feel like it, because I'm so extravagant and so expressive right now, because I'm playing Extra M Stage Save 4, and I'm having a lot of fun, and it's really enjoyable, and it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but it really is fun getting to interact with chat and talk to people during the whole grind to keep me sane during all these climbs of the same screen over and over again, which mostly consists of diagonals. Nice, nice. That's very cool, Winter. Proud of you. A little bit. I've definitely gotten used to it, though. Like, this is just real life now. It's like, yeah, my world is now, you know, has new Kamilia 3. That's kind of cool. It is what it is. I'm kind of shocked that was 9 frames and not 8 frames. I'm... okay. Okay, alright, sure. Oh no! Oh no! That doesn't happen very often. Yes, that is what that is. I did play that save. I didn't really like it that much. On my clear spreadsheet, the game is listed in genre as choking hazard, which pretty much sums up the experience. You're going to go crazy for Gaffer Needle. It's true. Chaotic Bite, Blueberry Mochi, Chaotic Bite twice in a row, Cookie Temptation on hard mode, Cookie Temptation on very hard mode, Cookie Temptation on impossible mode, No Name Spike too. Nah. I think Gaffer makes cool stuff. Not all of it I vibe with, but I respect him a lot. And in general, I really like Gafro because he's like the nicest fucking guy in the universe. That reminds me, I was talking to Rapator about like this game, and apparently he showed Nogard Oka area, and Nogard said that it looks like Oka is intentionally trying to make a bad avoidance because he hates K3. And I think that concept is really funny. Yeah, he's currently in the military. The unfortunate fate of like every Korean player. No, I don't think Oka hates K3, it's just like he Nogard thought he might because of the avoidance he made. Dude, fucking 4th frame there, dude. It's double frame perfect to die like that. It's always annoying. Hi, Kai. I did it, I did it, I did it. It is good for you. No Name Spike 2 is garbage. It's my second least favorite needle I've ever played, and as far as full needle games go, it's my least favorite needle I've ever played. But also, I'm kind of just being a hater. I shouldn't let that stop you. You know, if you enjoy it, I'm super happy for you. If you enjoy the game, I will be happy for you. I don't want people to dislike things just because I dislike them. I just didn't have a good time at that game. Any loop 3s? There is a counter on the screen which says loop 3, colon, and then a number. So to answer your question, yes, I'm up to 2. So base, Skull. Well, you'll be happy to see what the reception this is, because there's a tweet by... No, unfortunately. One more fun. I'm trying! I want to get one which doesn't die to A, not knowing there's a timer, or B, the first gate jump. You know, that would be nice. I would like to have one of those, please. I would like to have a real loop 3. Lol, that'd be so cool. Okay, I'll clear it now. No, that's right. AHS area is the only reason the game's hard. If AHS area didn't exist, that shit would be like Ruby. Next death is 76,000. Although the death count is heavily inflated by a couple things. Unfortunately, do actually not know what you're talking about, Kako. This joke has flown over my head. I can do them in any order. It's just the game randomizes, you know, the order. Technically, HS area is the first one. I think it's the first one listed in the credits, at least. Ah, yeah, that. Yes, that is what it is. That is what it is. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to bring up a tweet by Stark, where he was talking about K3 AXM stage, and he was like, he really hates it because K3 is such a big game, and he thinks that the existence of EXM stage gives Needle a bad image. And it's not representative of what Needle is like. I think it's a very funny thing to say. There was some funny Bayashi tweets about it, where he said, like, the only hard needle his body can handle is FTFA likes. Japanese. Stark is such a fucking nut. Dude, fuck me. How many times am I gonna do that today? have, you know, I get it. If you fucking hate the stage and think it's the most dog shit thing in the universe, that's fair. I respect your opinion. I think Rokuto is made better. Oh my god! Fuck, man. It's so hard. Like, it's just like you just fucking get owned by that fucking diamond like half the time. It's not even half the time. We were fucking railing that diamond. We were owning it. We were on top of the world. We were getting past them every time. And now I can't fucking do the inputs for a diamond. Well, because it's also not the inputs for a diamond. But still. Bitch, let me past you. Time of battle. Also, I died to that today. Dude, there's something wrong with me. I suffer from, like, chronic skill issue. That jump is so evil. This jump is also evil. Okay, so when I was a kid, right, I had these daydreams where, like, my school would get invaded by a terrorist, and the only way to get the terrorist to not, like, kill everyone was to beat Kamilia 3 Flandre in front of them, and that would make them, like, not kill everyone. K3 kid moment. Yeah, kinda. I love being a K3 kid sometimes. So true. And every pony clapped. Yeah, exactly. You know? Because, like, in my head, it's like, if people saw me play Kamilia 3, they would think I'm so cool. And then people in my school saw my pop-off when I beat Shine and Bright, where I cried, and my mom and my, godmother came in the room to comfort me, and they did not think I was very cool. It's oddly so, because it's true. I'm not even trying to hide it. It was even cooler when you woke up. God. Why is every pony so mean to me? This is not real, by the way. Oh, I thought that was the question mark plus 4. 9/11 would have happened if they'd seen Pluto beat XM stage. You're spitting. By the way, I've mentioned it before, but this final jump only shows up when you get this far. So it makes you think that you cleared, but nope, gotta do the Rokuto special. The stuck in cyber area before he was found dead. Yeah. Imagine a world where you ever get past the beginning, though. That would be nice. Are we saying that Point is Osama bin Laden? Oh my god, I just remember the fucking moment in Fan Game Awards where Natsu was doing some community award and he was talking about like the meetup. I forget what it was called. The meetup between Wolsk and MK, and he mentions like fucking like Wolsk and MK meeting up with Obama, and then there's a part where he just like so obviously just fucking starts laughing, and he just completely loses himself for a moment. It is so fucking funny. Hold on, I want to see this. Hold on. This one. Where is it? Oh yeah, the fingers attack. I'll just check here. Not that one. I think it's this one, right?
Let's head on.
I was looking for when people say LMAO. Oh wait, no, this wasn't even it. What am I doing? This was it.
And to follow it up, we have our
Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, let me get the damn game. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Surprise encounter in London. Wolsk met with Emke in Vietnam, including a special meetup with Obama, who brought his world-famous Obama meal. Of course, the biggest.
Oh my god. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god. Can you go to the end of the Fortune Award? I can do that for you. I can do that for you. I almost clicked Twitter. That could have been really dangerous. The fourth one.
And now, before
Gamble, remember you want to coming to this curve. Many more wonderful makers come from I Wanna Maker. So yeah, hats off to the Elephant Crew. They've done a terrific job finalizing their game, and I hope they update they keep updating it, and I hope it's like good. Yeah, no, really, no, but really, no, it's really good. It's really good. Super, absolutely super. Take me off, Walls, please.
Oh my god. Good job, Natsu. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need her. Take me off, Volsk, please. The awards were great this year. I loved watching them. It's a very fun thing to watch with friends. It's funny because when I was watching awards, I was kind of mad at myself because I choked. Thank you so much, Nader. Because I choked like what we thought was the end of the save. It's not. And I was like very upset with myself, but then like watching the awards for like 2 minutes fucking cheered me up so much. I was so happy. It was a great show. Congrats. There were also some really good trailers for games that I'm pretty excited for. I'm really curious about that Perfect Sphere game that's apparently releasing in 2026. Yeah. Oh yeah, another part that made me laugh was Verve presenting whatever award they had. Was it what was the award they had? Was it Needle of the Year? It might have been. They were presenting some award, and they fucking they like were like, and the winner is, before they even showed the nominees. It was awesome. It was really exemplified by the horrible laptop microphone. Oh my god. The rising lava is coming for you. Well, yeah, because their PC was like fucked up and shit. Bro, please react once to missing the fucking... How many frames is it? 21 frame pause. The difference between waiting 21 frames and waiting 22 frames is pretty big. I should be able to tell. That's fucking awesome. Holy shit. Oh yeah, the trailer that made me lose my mind the most was fucking Arston Skull doing the Built by Gamers thing. I genuinely perished watching that. When I realized what was happening, I was so unbelievably happy. They say Arston Bolsk, I meant Arston Skull. It's like beating the Ender Dragon. I am. Love Good Remake is hilarious. I'm genius, dude. Yes, it's a reference to Built by Gamers, Wolves. The clip reel was very fun. Okay, so what Built by Gamers is that it's basically two guys who don't have a podcast pretending to upload YouTube shorts from a podcast that they don't do. Please should be tuned. Okay, I don't know what's like peak Built by Gamers though. What's a good Built by Gamers video? Or can I just click anyone? The PVZ one? Okay, I don't think... Okay, this is clearly popular. Is it Entities Revive, Plants vs. Zombies, or is it something else? Did you find it? Okay. Go find it. The Sunflower Beginning? Okay, so I think I know what it is then. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Okay. Hold on. Shut the fuck up, Kamilia. Okay. Why is it muted? Okay, I think I had YouTube muted in general. Hold on. Oops. Dude, stop hitting those keys. Yeah, there we go.
No, I...
Okay, here we go. We got it.
We actually might go back to Plants vs. Zombies.
Why?
So the pea shooter has many forms: fire, ice, electric, shoot, even shadow. But recently there's been new mods that really need to be added to the game. So there's 3, and the first one is Bendy. He shoots wrenches. Look at this.
Oh, that's sick. Why not eat?
Wait, that's actually a good idea.
Oh, they should actually add that.
Yeah, the game would go viral, but look at this. It's John Pork. No,
What?
I'm just kidding. Actually, look at this one.
Is that an Enderman?
Yeah, it's an Ender Pea. It shoots a Minecraft block. No, I actually might.
Oh my god. I didn't know the John Pork thing was real. That's what I'm saying. John Pork is real. I'd say I'm excited for it, but like, I'm playtesting it, so you know, 100 floor medley is exciting. The Power attempts pretty good. They could be a lot better though. The John Hound cinematic universe. Yeah, I thought it peaked with Sniff It, but clearly not. Tidget's game is also quite exciting. Very curious how that's gonna play out. The Ants collection thing is neat. I don't know if I'll end up playing that, but seems fun. I saw Cosmo play it a little bit. That is pretty huge. Yeah, I was aware of that. Verve told me. Oh wait, I was supposed to say Verve didn't tell me. Sorry. Well, sorry Verve, I blew your cover. It's okay, they don't watch me. Oh my tits. Well, at least I've reacted. I was whining about that all day. Loves K3. Dude. I 9-frame pause and still didn't do the jump, man. I mean, clearly Verve loves K3 because they fucking made a whole intro about it. Well, not about it, but based on it. That is pretty nuts. I'm very excited for that game, Wonderful / No Pressure new tone indicator. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be cool. Thank you, Keko. Plus now, that's true. It is plus now, and Nal has done good work. The things I have experienced from Nal have been positive. whether it be his streams or his games. Pull the jazz hands on you. Meow, 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 meow. 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 That's like, what if Dodonpachi was, kitty pilled? I wasn't paying attention. I just realized on the third time submitting the exact same trailer. Still a Needle game? I like Needle, okay? I'm not afraid to say it, okay? I grinded Close the World Extra because I liked that shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. I never realized that, but that's 4 diagonals in a row. Like, there's not even, like, anything special about them. It's just 4 diagonals in a row. Okay, dude, please. Look, it's a good trailer, okay? We also got to see Sand Final Boss in an award show twice. That's awesome, I think. Dude, why is that frame perfect? You know, this save kind of sucks balls. Alright, that was my gamer rage. I like the save again. No more rage from me today. The bosses looked cool from like the few things that we saw. They're grinding XM stage. I'm the only motherfucker grinding XM stage, okay? Mooshcab was going to, but then he saw screen 4 and was like, I give up. But then Flames gave up, and then Bayashi gave up, and then fucking, like, every pony gave up. Like, literally everyone... When people saw this screen, so many people gave up on 100% in K3 because of this fucking screen. It's actually insane. It is the murderer of wanting to 100% this game. Because it's so nasty. Cosmo is irrelevant. Look, Cosmo hates Needle as a performative act. He doesn't actually hate Needle. It's more so that he's bigoted against Needle, but like, some homophobes are still gay. Adventure game is good. It's true. Look at the Feral Medley. Yeah, you know, yeah. I'm waiting for the Cosmos cheating on his lover with Needle lore. An alien in the review. This reminds me, sometimes... I don't know how to word this without making things sound like my roommate is homophobic. I feel like there's no way to do it. What is it? I am just more gay than she bargained for. I enjoy- fuck! I enjoy women to a degree that is too high, apparently. Normalize being homophobic. Yeah, I agree. Hold on. Alright, thank you. I've definitely heard that name before. Maybe. No, we don't. Are you okay, Skull? Unless that's not the ice I'm thinking of. The market game, gotcha. So true, bestie. Marie also like culturally appropriates fan games. Like I brought up that like you can sometimes refer to Destination Final Boss, shorthand as Desty, and ever since then she has referred to me as her Desty bestie. Oh my god, thank you, you fucking bitch. Oh my god, why did I do that? That was so risky. Dude, it's frame perfect. It's literally like there's nothing I can do about that, man. It's fucking frame perfect. Like it is literally do 1.5 minutes of climbing this fucking tower just to get railed by a frame perfect diagonal. There's nothing I can do about that. Should have been a frame later. Frame these balls on your ceiling. Yeah, yeah. The grace of an angel there. The hormones are doing the appropriation, not the culture. Does being a woman inherently make you a cultural appropriator? White woman on the loose, do not let the dogs out. No. Hi, Alice. You're a gamer who isn't racist. Chat, am I racist? That sounds like something you would see on Reddit. Oh my god. Huh. You're mean. You a gamer? Do I count as a gamer? Am I a gamer? Because I would never call myself a gamer. Like, I don't think there's ever a, like, I would say I enjoy video games. But I would never call myself a gamer. Gamer. Sorry, I'm saying slurs on the stream all over the place. Gamer, 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 gamer. I guess streaming does make you more of like a gamer, but like I would never refer to myself as a gamer. Yeah. Fun fact is that I think my mom once bought me a shirt which said like eat, sleep, game, repeat for Slur Saturday. Is it not Saturday? Oh yeah, it's Monday, isn't it? That's true! Holy fuck, you're spitting, Alice. The classic, dude. Good shot, I got it. It's a banger shirt. Just enough XP. Honestly, my biggest loss when I moved was I didn't take my Hatsune Miku shirt. So I no longer have a Hatsune Miku shirt. That was kind of an L. I paused my game to be here. Oh my god. I had a really cute Mario shirt, which was like a picture of an SMW Boo with like their like eyes covered with their hands that says like don't look at me. Like, yeah, it's pretty accurate to my life. I don't like when people look at me. That was awkward. And all I got was this t-shirt. Hey, I don't even have K3 100% yet. It was rescinded from me. Nope. Nope. I mean, that was an 8 frame, but it wasn't the 8 frame I need. Same for that one. That was 7 frame. That was an 8 frame, it's not the one I need. Perfect. Oh shit! Oh, that was too low. It's nice that I got that far again. Feels pretty good. So true, Wolves. Yeah, I forgot that 1.5 is like Legacy Hundo now. Like, we have Legacy Hundo and Legacy Hundo. Yeah, that gym fucking sucks balls. It's ridiculous. It's basically like, yeah, do the upwards dash drop, is the way I've described it before. That would be kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie. I would buy that. So, you get past Satan's jump, you get up this, you do the most awkward diagonal ever. It is, Eric. That diagonal is frame perfect, by the way, so that's lovely. That's awkward as hell. And then this is V-line dependent, but there's an easy setup. You just do a gate jump, and then you have the right V-line. And yeah, and then that would be a loop 3 if you got that far. 100% no extra? Yeah, that's a pretty neat category, I would say. Gotta do that shit, which is so nerve-wracking. Gotta make the way downtown. Aw. Gotta make sure not the bunny hop there. We can make the argument that crystals are part of extra, but blah. Honorary extra, because it unlocks extra. Gotta remember to hold down shift there to make that easier. Practice J-Map collection going. Have 8 of them. And if you do all of that, you get to have 1 attempt at a Rokuto jump. And if you beat it, you beat the save. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, I died once, like that one scary jump. It was nice though. Pretty nice rub. Te-earn. So there you go, I just showed you all the whole save. We're into Rokuto jump because it's funny. For the record, the Rokuto jump does not show up until you actually get to it. So it looks like the last jump is free and then 6 spikes come out of fucking nowhere. Ain't that gross. It's insane, because like it's like a fucking Herculean feat to get that far. And it all comes down to hitting 1 frame perfect. Clearing K3 versus just another fail. Well, yeah, the needle tends towards a more basic 32 pixel, which is basically the style of M stage, and it's a vertical tower, which is kind of what M stage is defined with, honestly, is the multi-screen lung screens. I'm pretty sure like every screen in M stage is like about as tall as this, right? I don't know if there's any Kamilia 3-ologists in my chat. Any K3 kids? I was hoping for rainbow grid, honestly. Killed like gay Amelia. Oh. So true. Dude, I am not good at that jump today. You're not even in anyone's stomach. You know, when I showed Maria the stage, she came to me in a hurry and was like, "Why did they remove the vor?" She was very disappointed. Kamilia's ribcage. Yeah, it's like his skeleton and like the goop. What is the goop then if this is a skeleton? Is that like his blood? You death juice. Your friend is weird. She is weird. She's the one who's you can actually she technically got into fan game awards for the record because they showed my clip of me beating Kotori and you can see her. She was in the bathroom behind me when I cleared Kotori and you can hear her popping off because she was watching my stream on her phone. Oh, that was just a dog barking. Nah, we have no pets. It is pretty sad. I was curious, like, I had a good feeling that one of my pop-offs was gonna be in there, but I wasn't sure which one, because I had a few good ones. The Big Kid one was the one I was expecting, but the Kotori one's pretty good. There's also K2 Warped and K2 Warped Abyss, as well as... There's one more big one, right? Was there? Maybe not. Yeah, Big Kid did get in there, that's true. When I saw that clip, for the record, when I saw that clip, like, I was, like, dying laughing, so I didn't even realize... I didn't even know what was making me laugh, but we were laughing hard from something, so I didn't even realize that it was there until I, like, looked over and it's like, oh, that's me playing Big Kid. And then I realized what the clip was very quickly. It is actually perfect. And I'm so happy that's what ends the clip reel uploaded to YouTube. I watched the 2020 clip show, and the fucking clip at the end of that one is really good. No. It was, Nal's phone when he gets asked, do you play mobile gacha? Yeah, that's what loop means. Hey, Mr. Fox. Oh my tits, dude. They're awesome. Hey, every pony. I really got 2 Idolmaster clips in there, didn't I? Other clips are in this year. It's very messed up. Oh yeah, the Willow Wasp clip show. The one where he jump scares himself with his own pop-off is pretty good. I also like the part in the fucking K3 plus Secret 1 thing where he's like, I need to save. That's really good. Oh. I need to save. I like how the pop-up just continues after that too. How will there be a clip reel for 2024 though? There's no fan game streamers. We got like a week of Jopagu streams. Fan games are dead. It's true. I miss every single Jopagu stream. Sad. I wanted to stream more. Unfortunately, the Jopagu line of events was that she realized that VCing with friends was more fun than streaming on Twitch. And that is why she no longer streams. Fan games aren't dead. Not while I'm around. Haha. It's crazy, they're 15 minutes, but they feel so short. I guess 15 minutes is not a very long time. Fuck me, dude, why'd I do that? That's a new one. I'm curious what the clip was. Well, I'm more so wonder if I've seen it. The one of the Super Maker 36 map on FM, that was pretty goated. What is this?
That's rough. 4 a.m. is the perfect time. 4 a.m. is the ideal time to take a midnight walk. I'm thinking about what I just said. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm stupid.
Yeah, 4 a.m. is the ideal time to take a midnight walk. I agree with the bunny. Oh! You're scaring me. I haven't caught a Cosmo stream in a while, partially because I've been lazy. Did you guys see that stutter? Nope, that's a 9 frame. It also wasn't even 2 buttons in the same frame. That was 2 buttons in the same frame, but it was a 9 frame. That was an 8 frame, but it wasn't 2 buttons in the same frame. That's perfect. Can't believe that made it through the diagonal, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. That's a tough jump. It's hard. Good try. Good PB. Oh my god. Man. That was a good run, man. That was a good run. That's just fucking hard. That's so difficult. That is such a tough jump, man. I'm happy I got another one. I can't possibly be mad about that. That's 2 drop 3s, or 2 loop 3s in like less than 3 hours. That's really good. Especially with how up and down the session has been, it's really nice. You see the end of the acid? I doubt it. I'm happy I got that far, man. Just like, that's a rough jump. But also, like, if I was gonna die to a jump, that's one of the ones I was happier dying to. I knew in practice that diagonal was pretty fucking hard. Oh my god. At least I know now that, like, the time that I would have lost now from, like, using your strat is literally doesn't matter. Because there's such a big buffer before the acid actually goes up that you have more than enough time to get past that before it's, like, but it's basically hasn't even started by the time you're at, like, the lowest point that you would be. So, the time pressure is not something to be worried about there. I can take the time to just, like, focus. But, I shouldn't go too slow. But it's good to know the time pressure isn't that bad on this. At least at the beginning. Good run. You know how this feels? The save feels like watching Trials of Death a little bit. And what I not in terms of like the actual gameplay, but I mean in terms of the fact that like it feels like it just keeps going and going and going and going and it just never ends. It's really long. It's a 9-screen long save. Shoulder. That's pretty good timing. Yeah, it's 3-screen stall. Yeah, Trials of Death is like ridiculous. You know something that I'm really excited for? I'm really excited to see progress get made on like tying the tasks in SMB1. Because like, there's been significant progress towards that. Nifsky has gotten like 7 out of 8 levels in any percent. You know, tied in his world record. And then, like, he just has to do 8-4, and he's now done a perfect 8-4 3 times, including once on the original ROM. That's just, like, something that, like, I'm super excited to see more progress get made towards on that, because it would be super awesome. He's pretty insane. I was actually thinking of Nifsky is the current SMB1 world record holder. Super Mario Brothers 1. Beating Bowser in that game is kind of like beating the Ender Dragon in Minecraft, but you know. I'm sorry. That's it? That's never happened before. That has literally never happened before. Jump scare. This session was so much more fruitful than I thought it was going to be. When I started the session, I thought, like, I don't think I'm really in the mood to... Nice Bowser Jr. impression. I was thinking, like, I'm not really in the mood to play this right now. I'm playing kind of badly, I'm not going to get far, I'm not going to get attempts, and look, I got two loop 3s. Isn't that something nice? Bringing the total to 3. And in a pretty short amount of time, too. Like, how much time do I have in the save? 14 hours? This save has taken me longer than Close the World Extra. Oh boy, ain't that something. I think I fought the Ender Dragon once. I never really played Minecraft much. It's not really for me. The fight always looked a little boring, not gonna lie, but... Seemed like it was mostly waiting. Oh my god, Skull. Okay, don't start a fight, please. Combat. Yeah, that's the impression I get. I mean, my impression, like, I have a friend who plays a lot of Minecraft. That's Delfino, by the way. And, like, what they've told me about Minecraft, like, PvP and stuff like that, sounds not very fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. Delfino's based, by the way. He's a very cool guy. That was a 6 frame, but I moved 1 frame before walking, so it worked out. Oh my god, thank god. Oh, okay, scuffed as fuck. And then I stuttered for no reason. Okay, this is scuffed. And then I get the first frame first try, or the 8 frame first try. And then I proceed to not stutter. Oh my god, what a roller coaster of an attempt, dude. Half of those jumps should have barely not worked. And then I proceed to die because I couldn't tell what frame I jumped on the diagonal. Has been recreated and I want to make her yet? No. I've seen your progress. You're progressing pretty fast. I could see you doing it if you were really determined. I believe in you. Smile. :3. No, fuck that. I'm giving you the works. There you go. Can I get a :3, hold the colon? Fuck. Why'd I die like that? Yeah, I have the Kamilia 3 autism. Maybe not the most savory way to say that, but yeah. Hope Lepla goes for this after you clear this. It'd be funny. This save is, like, pretty unpopular, though, I think. I think the general, like, perception is that the save is actual human dog shit. Yeah, I love big adventure games. They're very fun. Kamilia 3 is always special in my heart. The total card. Human dog shit, yeah. Well, like, in particular, it seems like the Eastern community is not happy with Extra M. I've been enjoying it. It's not the most fun thing in the world for me, but I've definitely played worse. I don't dislike it at all, though. There's elements I dislike, but I respect the save for what it is. With the exception of the screen. Nice. That's frame perfect, by the way, so I'm surprised how consistent that one is. Considering that this one has been a total bitch today. Nope. Hey, got another one. Ah, rough. Not a great attempt. Yeah, I play pretty fast now. I have practiced last loop. It wasn't the first gate, yeah, gaff. That's the happy thing. I'm gonna practice it now. Just run through it so you can see this. But I have practiced it a little bit. So yeah, that was a kind of rough death, but whatever. I had a feeling that was gonna happen eventually. I was really surprised I got that jump. Hold on there. Yeah, the first bit's not like too bad. My PB is this jump here, dying to missing this. Is there a particular line I should get for this? I feel like that spike shouldn't be there. Actually no, it's not that one, it's this one. Is there like a line that can get... Okay, hold on, what are the good lines for this? It's 1 and... what's this one? 1 and 0. That's 2. Could get it there. That's like not even the worst option. That's 2. My best bet is probably just getting it there real quick before the jump. It doesn't think it matters that much. It's a fucking diagonal, but it's also a hard diagonal. Like that's how I died last time, was just like sliding off. Slip sliding away. Uppies. Hey look, it's a frame perfect. It's 2 buttons in the same frame. So that's nice. Oh. Screen 7. I've been thinking about doing that, Wolsk. Remember to hold buffer shift there so you can cancel. And then the final screen, 1 frame, buffer shift to 1 frame this, full jump, gate jump. Yeah, definitely have enough time. And then there's one final trap. When you approach here, this looks like this. Then once you get here, that's when the crew shows up. Yeah. At the end of a 3-minute save, the last input's frame perfect. Nice. The last jump, not the last input. Because you can do it like this, which is not frame perfect. I know that stuff, someone uploaded a video of a clear of this with the cheese, so I've seen all of Loop 3. I saw Loop 3 because I got curious, and I was like, I mean, I see it, I already know about the hard jump, sorry, might as well just like fucking see it. Yeah. So yeah, that is messed up. Anyways, I'm gonna try out the landing strat, because I realize now that I'm not in such a rush that it's actually not a big deal to land. It would probably just be better. Yeah, that's a lot easier. I think I'm gonna just take the time commitment here to grab this align, land on this block. Actually, I can even skip the water, because if I'm landing on the block, there's no reason to land on the water. Just go all the way around, save a little bit of time there, and then just do the diagonal naturally, and that would feel a lot better. That would be a lot less awkward than what I've been doing. Okay. There's potential. Well, I don't plan to hug the wall after the landing, is the thing. Yeah, I wasn't hugging it. Hugging that gives you the battle line. That's actually the good line for not just that diagonal, but the one that's after it too. So it's actually really good to grab that thing. Considering that it's not exactly safe to grab on the 16 pixel. Nice, I 7 framed from too far away. Unplanned hugs. I think the end of this grind is pretty close. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I think, like, you might expect, like, oh, you drop to the bottom again, but no, that is not what it is. Can now say that I need more practice. Stage 3 Golden's rough. Like, I think there's an argument to be made that it's easier, or it's harder than the Stage 4 one. Just because there's so many more choke points. Thanks, the good luck. RZ in general is bitch. Honestly, Rokuto being like the final needle of this game is fitting, considering that like his influence is like fucking everywhere. Like he made the RZ screens, which are like complete destroyers to like everyone. He made Rokuto area, which is very iconic for being hard as fuck. He made Extra RZ, which was like the hardest thing in Extra Stage, and now we made Extra M Stage. So Rokuto is kind of just like the fucking this game's needle demon. Everything that's hard in this game is Rokuto. That goes raw. I'll take it 5, it's true. It's okay. The experience helped you get Guy Tower Crystal faster. No, I think you might be thinking of the fact that Kernel is made by Cyber, and so is Piano. Okay, to be fair, I'm like here humming, like I don't know what happened there. Keep in mind that when I did that jump, I was not looking at the screen. I was just guessing what the double jump timing was. So I don't understand why I'm so baffled that I died there. I really did that one to myself. Bro. Is they had EX Final Boss? Yeah, that's been something that like we joked about. EX Final Boss by Rokuto. Good lord. What an event that would be. So now that this has taken me over 14 hours, this is now my longest needle grind since coming back to fan games. However, it is not my longest needle grind in general, because 13-year-old Mabel spent 17 hours in Guy Tower Crystal. So 3 more hours to cross that one. Thirteen-year-old Mabel had an interesting skill set. She spent 7 hours on Butterfly 2 and then 9 hours on Secret 5. I mean, I was also a Pokemon enjoyer. Yeah, so my K3 story is like, at age 11, at age 10 I saw a video of Darupi area, At age 11, I beat Flandre after 17 hours or so. At age 13, I beat Shine and Bright and then went on to get Legacy 100% and also do all the crystals up to that point and get to eventually EX Starter before I dropped the game. And then I stopped playing, and then when I was 17, I did the 1.5 100%. Now I'm 19, doing 2.0 100%. So that's my story of K3. Your life is K3. Okay, well I wasn't playing it from like ages 14 to 17 until like the end of my 17 years of life. That we were joking that Loop 4 is extra final boss, and I love that idea. Goalie based skull. Holy fuck. I didn't know about that lore. Oh my goodness. Dude, stop. Okay, I've mentioned this on Twitter, or not Twitter, I've mentioned this on other places, but Merg is just a fucking Twitter horny poster. Like, okay, I need to check this, because his most recent tweet is something wild. Yeah, his most recent tweet is, if you can't horny post on main, then what's the point of Twitter anyways? Like, bro, what are you cooking? Oh my god. Merg's Twitter is awesome. Look, this is why he dropped the K3 Let's Play, because every time he saw this image of Kamilia, he just got rock hard. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, what a thing to join in on. Yeah, that's my take as well, Wolsk. That's kind of the reason why I think it's weird. It is funny seeing some of his stuff. Hold on. This is way more important than this attempt. It's not even a good attempt. Hold on. Hold on. When I saw this thumbnail, I like died. I like actually died when I saw this. Holy fuck. Like I couldn't believe my eyes. Oh my god. I genuinely thought that was like the funniest fucking thing when I saw it. No. Fire. It's just so funny seeing someone like do a FNAF Let's Play like 8 years after like the games fucking came out. Okay, see how long I can go one-handed on the save. Bro, think he Markiplier. Shit. This is weirdly hard to play with only one hand. I thought about doing a whole one-handed Kamilia 3 playthrough, because that sounds like something that'd be funny. The main issue is shooting. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I'd have to change it something to that. I know one hand CN3 has been beaten even by like I think a Chinese player or something. That's kind of funny. Here's a fun fact: is that when I was playing Discord Makers 2, there's a cause owl jump. Everyone knows it. I actually do the cause owl jump with only one hand because I can't do like the inputs that I was trying to go for with two hands, so I had to do it one-handed. All with my right hand. So my cause owl strat does look rather goofy. Wait until you find out about full-size keyboards. The cause owl jerk off strat. Yeah. This is the second time we've talked about jerking off during this grind. Yeah. Well, the first time we were talking about the history of jerking off, as well as the potential summoning salt video. Nice. Thank God I didn't clear on that attempt. You play on a Mac? Do fan games run on a Mac? Those are funny. Gotcha. Makes sense. I like how all my streams, I always wear a sweater. I wore a pink one and then I switched to a white one. I just always make sure to wash the sweater every now and then, just so I always have a sweater to wear on stream. There is a reason for it, I don't know if I've ever said it on stream. I think I have. I think for a little longer, but I'm running out of steam. That's the reason I am too lazy to wear a bra. Whoops. I'll have to stop being lazy in summertime, though. Oh my god. Oh yeah, but I move around sometimes and the camera moves around. I don't want to get in trouble. You know, it'd be cool. What if the save had like the Ikaruga gimmick from Kamilia, and you could like switch your color, and then like you had to dodge projectiles that were red and blue while you climbed the tower, and it was all like this difficulty of needle, but with like crazy avoidance shit going on at the same time. Yeah, the exam stage was harder. God. I mean, there's always potential for loop 4, which begins with doing the Rukato jump backwards. I actually don't know how lines work on Rukato jumps. Raw, in my opinion. That was so awkward. It was actually the right pause, but I pressed right a little bit late, so like the stutter I normally do was a little bit too late for that to work out. No, it is actually not patched yet, but I really hope it does get patched, because I don't want the skip to exist. I am curious of how long it'll take for this to get uploaded to Maker. I'm kind of curious if like screens 1, 2, 3 will also get ported to Maker, because like pretty much everything Kamilia 3 Needle-wise is in I Wanna Maker, I'm pretty sure. So I wouldn't be surprised if like the same happens to this. Especially considering how hard the save is and the fact that it's almost certainly going in the Needle Hall of Fame, I wouldn't be surprised if someone just makes a Maker port, in particular Lapla, just that way they can play it. Oh, I'm okay right now. Alright, I've had enough. So true, Wolves, 'cause that's like actually real. 14.5 hours on this thing. I started today with 11 hours 15 minutes, which was my JGBC time. Did 3 hours 15 minutes or so. That totals out to 14 hours and 30 minutes. You still elude me. Wanna do one attempt at Tomo? That's not efficient. One Tomo attempt. Bosses. You get one as a treat. I did not clear, but thank you for the GGAs. Come on, we gotta see past the intro. Oh yeah, something interesting is that when you port a room here, the title card is like really weird looking if you just run to the left, because it like gets like cancelled. Man, that name is so long that it's like squeezing the box. It's kind of funny. I never noticed that. Compared to this one, which is like a normal size font. It's insane how much of a banger the song is. Alright, that's enough. Okay, bye-bye. 900 viewers are watching fan games. Oh, because there's a big Spanish streamer playing I Wanna Be the Guy for the first time. Fuck it, Sunglaw.